It's almost weird to do a new movie review for a film that came out in 2016 but was re-released in theaters, but also not really, because I did that for Princess Mononoke that came out in February, and it was one of the greatest cinematic experiences that I have ever experienced. But that's what we're getting with Shin Godzilla, so let's get into it. Shin Godzilla, first released in 2016 and re-released in theaters with that 4K enhancement, is out. And even though it is the same glorious story, having the visuals just pop out with that 4K, oh man, this film just looks absolutely gorgeous. Hideaki Anno and Shinji Higuchi team up to bring another take on the legendary monster Godzilla. And as I was watching this, I was thinking, man, this would look so good within the Neon Genesis universe. Only to find out that Anno was a part of this, and he's worked on so many Neon Genesis projects. And if you see my top 10 anime list, Neon Genesis Evangelion is there, so this was a really cool fun fact for me. Anyway, Shin Godzilla itself was fun. I mean, usually the Godzilla films, especially when they come from Japan, are fun, exciting, and dramatic. The premise was fairly simple. The Tokyo Bay aqua line is flooded with blood and affects the tunnels nearby, and the government needs to determine the issue in order to remediate it. Then a creature is seen in the water and it surfaces, and the government now needs to evacuate the people, and the creature slowly evolves and starts causing more damage to the surrounding area, and that's when the people finally determine the name for it: Godzilla. That's more or less the gist of things, and I have to say that Shin Godzilla was really cool for a few reasons. The first was the political satire. The amount of times that something would happen in this film and there has to be a channel of command in order for a decision to be made by the Prime Minister. How it was executed was comedic and entertaining because it really highlighted how much power a head of state has, as well as why certain decisions take so long in order for it to be executed. Another aspect of this film that I really enjoyed was the utilization of Outcasts. The government was very to the books and couldn't decide what to do, and then you have this group of outcast misfits, troublemakers, literally working together to determine what Godzilla is and how to make a countermeasure to fight it. Which shows that you need the minds of so many different people to come together when really making certain decisions, and not just the minds of political officials, because again, they play by the books, they go by constitutions, they go by the bills, and sometimes in order to protect the ones that you love, you kind of have to go around those books. The film also did a great job at highlighting the resilience of the Japanese people. Shin Godzilla really puts a microscope over the fact that the Japanese people are extremely prideful and extremely determined to protect what is theirs: their homeland. An interesting fact about this film is that this was actually inspired by the events of the 2011 Fukushima nuclear disaster and the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami incidents that were all very connected to each other. I thought it was really impactful because throughout the film they used photos of those exact events as well as the events of the atomic bomb. That being said, I personally would have wanted there to be more scenes of Godzilla. Looking back, it really seems like Godzilla was a metaphor for the destruction that Japan has faced, as well as the resilience like I had mentioned, but I wanted there to be more. The scenes that Godzilla were in were really cool, really intense. I don't know, man, I wanted more, you know, like I wanted more. I wanted more like moments where people were screaming like Gayaka, Gayaka, you know what I mean? But it's all right though. But I'm curious, have you seen it? And if you have, what did you think of it? Let's get the conversations rolling, and yeah, that's about it.